Okay, so today we're going to talk about a tool that is absolutely making waves in application security. Let's get right into it and meet MEDUSA, the AI-first security scanner that's been built specifically for modern code.
You know, if you're a developer, I bet this sounds painfully familiar. You kick off a security scan, you go grab a coffee, you come back, and it's still running. And when it finally finishes, you're buried under this mountain of alerts, and you just know half of them are going to be false positives. It is a huge time sink, and it causes some serious alert fatigue. So, what if there was a better way?
So, you might be asking, why do we even need another scanner? Well, the truth is, modern software development is just a completely different beast. We're not living in a world with just one programming language anymore. We're juggling dozens of them, plus frameworks, containers, infrastructure as code, the whole shebang. And this creates a whole new universe of security problems that, frankly, the traditional tools just can't keep up with.
And it's exactly those modern challenges, those new problems, that a tool like MEDUSA was designed to tackle head-on.
So what is MEDUSA really?
Well, at its heart, it's an open-source static application security testing tool. You know, a SAST tool. But the real key here, the thing to remember, is that it was built from the ground up for the way we actually build software today.
Now, check this out. This is how it gets its incredible breadth. Instead of trying to reinvent the wheel for everything, MEDUSA actually consolidates the power of 74 different, specialized scanners all under one roof. Seriously, just think about that. It's like having an entire security team in a single command line tool.
And because it does that, it gets this incredible range. We're talking support for over 42 languages and file types. And that covers everything from your Python and Go code all the way down to the infrastructure itself, things like Docker files and Kubernetes manifests. It is truly designed to see the entire modern tech stack.
Okay, so it has massive coverage, that's clear. But what really makes it stand out in your day-to-day work? Well, it really boils down to two things: its raw speed and its intelligence.
And this table just lays it all out, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the old way. Slow, one by one, and just noisy. But on the right, you've got MEDUSA. Because it uses parallel processing, it is 10 to 40 times faster. And thanks to some really clever, intelligent filtering, it just slices right through the noise of all those false positives. It's a fundamental change in efficiency. It's about giving developers their time back.
Let's dig into that noise reduction for a second. MEDUSA's intelligent filter can slash false positives by 40 to 60%. How? Well, it uses context-aware analysis. It's smart enough to know, hey, that's a test file, I can ignore that. Or it recognizes when a potential vulnerability is already handled by a security wrapper. That means you get to focus on the alerts that actually matter.
We talked about its broad support, and this just gives you a little taste. You see the usual suspects here, right? Python, Java, JavaScript. But look closer, you also see the crucial infrastructure pieces like Terraform and Docker files. This is so important for today's polyglot environments where literally everything is defined as code. And here's another secret to its speed: smart caching. So the first time you run a scan, sure, it analyzes everything. But on every scan after that, MEDUSA is smart enough to just skip the files that haven't changed. This makes rescanning your code unbelievably fast, which is perfect for plugging it right into your CI/CD pipeline.
Okay, speed and accuracy are huge, for sure. But here is where MEDUSA really, and I mean really, steps into the future. Its focus on the next great challenge: securing artificial intelligence. This is where it fully embraces that AI-first identity.
Get a load of this number: 180 plus. That's how many security rules MEDUSA has that are written specifically for agentic AI systems. You know, the AIs that can act on their own to get things done. This isn't just some old scanner with a few AI buzzwords sprinkled on top. It was built with AI security at its absolute core.
And what's so important is that these aren't just random rules. They directly map to the major recognized risks from the OWASP LLM Top 10. We're talking about the big ones, like prompt injection, which is where you trick an AI into doing something it shouldn't, and even more advanced stuff like tool and RAG poisoning. It's locked onto the most critical emerging AI vulnerabilities.
And it goes even deeper than that. MEDUSA has these specialized scanners that know to look for problems inside AI-specific configuration files, things like your .cursor rules or RAG JSON. This shows it has a real practical understanding of how AI agents are actually being built, which lets it find vulnerabilities that other tools would just sail right past.
Now, this all sounds fantastic in theory, right? But how does it actually hold up out in the wild? Let's take a look at MEDUSA's real-world impact and, how you can actually get your hands on it.
Here's the proof right here. MEDUSA is capable of detecting absolutely critical flaws, like a pre-auth remote code execution. That's an attack that lets a hacker run their own code on your server with a perfect 10.0 CVS score. I mean, that's a drop everything and fix this now kind of bug. This tool isn't just finding typos, it's catching the flaws that lead to massive data breaches.
And the best part? Getting all this power is refreshingly simple. For all the developers watching, it's literally just 4 commands. You create a virtual environment, you pip install, you initialize, and you scan. That's it. It's designed to be as frictionless as humanly possible to drop into any project.
It's also built to be a great team player. It plays nice with the tools you're already using. It can automatically fail a build in your CI/CD pipeline if it finds something bad. It can spit out reports in pretty much any format you need, and it even works directly inside editors like VS Code and with assistants like GitHub Copilot. It really does meet you where you work.
And just to put a final pin in its performance, here's a real-world metric for you. Scans 145 files in 47 seconds with 6 workers. That's not some abstract promise of being fast. That's a concrete example of how quickly this thing can get you actionable feedback.
So, when you step back and look at the whole picture, the speed, the intelligence, and that unique forward-looking focus on securing AI systems, it really leaves you with a big question. With tools like MEDUSA leading the way, are we getting a glimpse of the future of automated code security? It sure feels like a massive step in that direction.